Hey guys, Terilis here with another Overwatch hero overview. I'm looking at Winston, one of our tanks in the game. He's also one of the front people, I guess you could say, of Overwatch next to Tracer. Um, him and Tracer being a great close friends. But Winston started out, and a lot of his story is already explained in the Overwatch short of Recall. But you can see he started out on the Horizon Lunar Colony, where they were doing experiments with, not necessarily on the gorillas, but with the gorillas. And he grew really close to one of the doctors, known as Dr. Harold Winston. You actually see him inside that, you see him inside that Overwatch short Recall. That is Dr. Harold Winston. And so Winston, the gorilla, became really close with Winston the doctor, and he continually helped them, with their experiments, and he was always interested in Earth. However, there was a tragedy. Eventually, the base was taken over by the gorillas that were there. There was an uprising by those gorillas, and they took over and killed all of the doctors, including Dr. Harold Winston. Winston, not wanting anything to do with that, he created his own kind of makeshift rocket and escaped back to Earth. That is how he came into the employment of Overwatch. Back on Earth, he was able to find a place in Overwatch as a scientist where he would able to help people. Most notably, he's known for assisting Tracer in creating the accelerator that would be able to anchor her to the Earth after the accident with the slipstream jet. Otherwise, that is exactly how Winston came to be a part of Overwatch. So Winston, true to his name as a scientist, has the most technologically advanced looking weapon of all the heroes I've seen. It's really cool looking. It kind of looks like a plasma rifle. Now, Winston is a tank, 500 health, very much like the others with the exception of Roadhog, and he's just a disruptor. He's kind of like Reinhardt in that he's a disruptor. But let's look at his first ability, which is the Tesla cannon, aptly named considering he is a scientist, and it just shoots out electricity. So as you can see here, it even has some AoE on it. It is very distracting to have the monkey jump in, the gorilla jump in, and just start spamming you with this electricity. I had a match the other day where there were 3 Winstons, and it was kind of distracting to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, it was very distracting to deal with. So that is ability. He does have ammo on it, so he has 100 ammo, so something you'll have to be careful. It does whittle down really quickly. So, just something you should note with his main ability, the Tesla cannon. Now, his second, or I should say his first main ability, that was his main gun. His first main ability is the jump pack. So, his jump pack can launch you pretty far. I think I can hit it up to that building right here, but you just basically look up and launch yourself.
Excuse me for dropping in.
And there you go. He can jump all the way up here. Shorter cooldown than you may think, so you can jump all over the map, wherever you need to. Whatever you need to do to get around the map. There's no falling damage in this game, by the way. If I haven't mentioned it, you now know. You can jump as high as you want and fall wherever you want, and you will be just fine. So that is his main ability, is that jump ability, and it really just kind of causes havoc. It is the best initiator in the game for a tank. If you're trying to jump onto a point and really make an impact and kind of throw your enemy off guard, this is how you do it. You jump around the map and you jump right into the point and throw them off. And that's one of the things that I love about Winston, is he can really make an impact like that in this game. And he does have a little bit of a knockback when he hits you, so you have to be careful. You see a Winston coming in and he just barrels down on you, you could end up finding yourself in a really bad place. So that's something to note When you do that, when he lands, he will knock you back a little bit. His second ability is known as the barrier projector. So as soon as these guys come up, I'm going to go ahead and pop the barrier, and you'll see that they'll be able to stay safe within this dome. It's kind of like the barrier that he was created in the small animated short recall. As you can see, looks very much the same, and they're not doing any damage, and it lasts for a little while, and if you're inside of it, you're actually able to fire inside of it. Be careful, it does have a longer cooldown than some of the other abilities, but it's still a very useful defensive ability. If you want to create the engage on a target or a node, you can go ahead and jump in and then just start destroying people from inside your barrier. Now they can't enter the barrier and start attacking you back, but it's just something to note that you can do as Winston. He's the best initiator, and having that jump barrier combo is actually pretty useful. Now, his last ability, his ultimate, is known as Primal Rage. You saw it in the video recall. He just kind of turns orange and whatnot and goes ape mode, and he knocks people out and starts just attacking people. In the description from Blizzard itself, he embraces his animal nature. So I'll go ahead and use this here, and I can just come in here and start knocking people all over the place, which is extremely useful. So if you want to jump in as him, and you can even use it in the middle of it, if you want to jump in as him and then start knocking people all over the place, knock them off the edge, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Alright, jump off the edge here. So that's one thing of note to be careful of, is that you don't jump off the edge when you use that jump with Winston. But otherwise, he's a disruptor. He's very much like Reinhardt in that he is a very good disruptor for the team. And being that disruptor for the team, he can really throw off engagements for the other team and really kind of be a nuisance for them to deal with. And he can get on points quickly and protect themselves using the shield barrier if he needs to. Immediately shield barrier down and protect people. So definitely good things about Winston. He's a disruptor like Reinhardt. I think I've had fun using him. I believe he will see a lot of use alongside Reinhardt. They both have their uses, though his defensive capabilities really primarily reside on that shield. So if you are using that as a tank, if you're choosing Winston as a tank, know that your defensive is entirely tied to this long cooldown shield. And if that shield goes down, when that shield goes down, you have 13 seconds in which you are not as tanky as other tanks in the game. Or Reinhardt with a shield, or a D.Va in her mech. So just something of note, but otherwise, large health pool, not as big as Roadhog, but still standard 500 health pool, and a lot of disruption, even more than Reinhardt. He basically trades out Reinhardt damage for, he trades out the damage for more interruption and I guess disruption within the enemy team. So definitely a useful tank to have on your team, and you guys should definitely go out there and use Winston. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. This is Terilis. See you guys later.